wabarakatuh. We from group name Fitri, Rahayu, KARMILAH, AGUN, PANGESTU, WILLY, PRAMUDYA. We are here to present female reproductive organ, menstrual cycle, and fertilization. External organ. 1. Mons pubis is the fatty tissue that surrounds the pubis bone. This tissue contains glands to release oil with pheromones which interest sexual attractiveness. 2. The labia major is the gap that protects the female reproductive organ of the outset. As the name implies, this organ is large. In the labia major, there are sweat glands and sebaceous glands which produce lubrication fluids. When a woman enters puberty, the labia major will begin to grow with pubic hair. 3. Labia minor is located inside the major labia and surrounds the opening of the vagina and urethra, the canal that carries urine from the bladder outside the body. The shape and size of this organ can be different in each individual. The surface is very fragile and sensitive, making it easy to experience irritation and swelling. 4. Clitoris, the left and right labia minor meet the top canal that is on the clitoris. The clitoris is a small lap that is very sensitive to stimulation. In a way, this organ has a penis-like function in men. The clitoris is covered by a fold of skin called pipines. Like the penis, the clitoris can also get an erection. 5. Vestibular blues are the two long parts of the vaginal opening which contain erective tissue. When a woman feels aroused, this part will be filled with a lot of blood and anal. After a woman has organs, the blood in the tissue will return to the body. 6. Bartholin gland has a small seed space like a vein that is the opening of the vagina. The function of this organ is to expel mucus and lubricate the vagina during sexual intercourse. Internal organ. 1. Vagina. Vagina is area with a channel-like space with a vestibule and muscular. The vagina is located between the urethra and rectum anus, about 6 centimeter long. The upper part of the vagina is connected to the cervix. Meanwhile, the bottom part open to outside. When a woman has sexual intercourse, the vagina will strap within and be filled with blood flow in preparation for penetration. 2. Cervix. Cervix or cervix is the lower part of the uterus, then connect the uterus with the vagina. The cervix is shaped like two type with surface to protect the uterus from inverse and as a endocrine to smell during intercourse. 3. Uterus or womb is an empty space that is specially aware and function as a place for the developing fetus. The uterus is located between the bladder and rectum. 4. Fallopian types or fallopian tubes are fallopian types are stubbornly small vellus that attach to the top of the uterus. This organ functions as a part traveled by the egg to move from the ovary to the uterus. 5. Ovaries. The ovary is a small oval space tissue the uterus. The ovary function to reproduce eggs and female sex hormones which are then released into the bloodstream.
Fertilization. Fertilization is the union of two gametes, sperm cells and ovum cells, to form new organisms that are similar. In humans, this process is also known as conception, which is part of the process of reproduction to produce offspring. Menstrual cycle. Egg dissolves if unfertilized. After that, lining of uterus is sheet day 1 of menstrual flow. After that, lining of uterus thickens with blood. After that, ovulation occurs. After that, egg travels through fallopian tube. After that, egg enters the uterus.
Fertilization function. Activating the egg to begin the process of development. Determine the sex of the 10 cell. Fertilization process. The first informant if even the fertilization is the merging of members from two gametes. Then it results in the information of generally that allow material passage from one cell to another. The result of fertilization, a cell that is able to undergo cell division to form new individuals. Fertilization occurs in secondary ovulation, fertilization ovum by sperm, and occurs in from the fallopian tube.
The function of the female reproductive organ. The main function of the female reproductive organ is producing egg for fertilization. In addition, this organ also functions as a developing fetus. In order to function properly, the female reproductive system has its own structure to bring together sperm and egg. The female reproductive system produces its own hormones needed to control the monthly menstrual cycle. How the female reproductive system works? The activity of the female reproductive system is controlled by hormones released by the brain and ovaries. The duration of a woman's reproductive cycle of menstrual cycle is generally during this period the egg will be formed and menstruate. At the same time, the uterine wall will prepare to receive the fertilized egg. If fertilization does not occur during this cycle, the uterine lining prepared for the pregnancy will be set and removed from the body. This process is called menstruation. Menstrual blood is the product of the uterine lining which does not accept fertilized egg. The first day of menstruation is the first day of the reproductive cycle.